Well, sadly, the people did not listen to the warnings of the prophets, and they continued to disobey God and worship idols. And so, just like God had said, He allowed them to be conquered by foreign nations. And the results of that were devastating. But what was even more devastating was the fact that God stopped talking to His people altogether. 400 years passed without a single new message from God. And they wondered, had He forgotten them? Was He ever going to send the rescuer that He promised to send? But God had not forgotten His people. In fact, He was still working things out behind the scenes, and His plan to rescue them had never changed. At just the right time, He spoke again. But this time, He came Himself. And this is how He did it. There was a young woman named Mary who was engaged to a man named Joseph, who just happened to be in the family line of David. And one day an angel came to Mary and said, "Don't be afraid, Mary. You have found favor with God. You are going to become pregnant and give birth to a son, and you are to name him Jesus. God is going to give him the throne of David, and his kingdom will never end." Well, Mary asked, "How can this be? I'm a virgin." And the angel said, "The Holy Spirit is going to overshadow you. The power of the Most High will come upon you. The child that you carry will be God's son, because nothing is impossible with God." Well, although there was so much that Mary didn't understand, she said, "I'm the Lord's servant. May it be to me as you have said." Well, when Joseph found out that Mary was pregnant, he was crushed. But he was a good man, and he did not want to see her publicly disgraced, and so he began to make plans to end their marriage arrangement as quietly and secretly as possible. But before he could do that, an angel came to him too and said, "Don't be afraid to take Mary as your wife, Joseph. The child that she's carrying is from the Holy Spirit. She's going to give birth to a son, and you are to name him Jesus, because he will save God's people from their sins." Well, when Joseph woke up, he did what he had been told. He took Mary as his wife, but they did not come together physically until after the baby was born. And when he came, he named him Jesus, just as he had been told. And that is the 9th story of Christmas.